Hi, I'm April of April B. Jewelry, and welcome to this episode of Sacred Stone Stories. Now, if you've been watching my videos, you know that they are about sharing with you information about a particular stone and then showing you some of the jewelry that I make with that particular stone. Well, today's episode is about stones, but notice plural stones. I'm going to show you a few different stones and talk with you about how I used them, how I came about to create a multi-gemstone bracelet that is just filled with some wonderful, comforting healing in it. This summer, I was talking with my daughter-in-law, Corey, and she informed me that October was Pregnancy and Infant Loss Awareness Month. Well, I had no idea, absolutely no idea at all. So I did some looking up after we had talked, and I found out that it was designated by then President Reagan in 1988. So this month of commemoration has been around for quite a while. But again, very few of us are aware of that. And as we were talking in that conversation, she was telling me about how she got connected to a local support group and made friends and found support and solace and comfort from other women who also had suffered a miscarriage, as she had not so long ago. And that they refer to themselves as moms of angels and their babies as angel babies. So with that, I thought also not only of her and the women she was telling me about, but I had a cousin whose daughter had delivered a stillbirth about 5 years ago, and she had posted something recently on Facebook that really I could feel that grief of hers all these years later about the loss of her first grandchild. And with both of that, I knew that I wanted to do something. And I just had this compelling drive to create something that could, in some small way, offer some comfort to both of them and to women who have suffered that loss. So I began to think about the different stones that I'm aware of and others that I had to research to find a little bit more information on, to identify stones that would kind of help with the messaging that I wanted for this bracelet. And so I knew that I would start first and foremost with rose quartz. Rose quartz is the heart stone. And a grief like this, a loss like this, means that we are suffering, really our heart is broken. And so to have rose quartz in it, so that as you go through this journey, that you are healing the heart so that you can feel some joy again. The other stone that I knew that I wanted to include in this bracelet is Angelite. Angelite is this pretty soft blue stone and is often used to remind us that we have angels watching over us, to help us to become in tune with our own angels. Now, when I look at both of these stones, what stands out? These are the traditional gender colors: pink for girl, blue for boy. So I was on to something there. Good start. Now, what else would I add to it? And I remembered that amethyst is often used to help bring about emotional comfort. This is this piece of pale amethyst, and I knew that I wanted to use the light color amethyst as opposed to that rich dark purple. And then I remembered about a stone called Lepidolite. Lepidolite is a purple stone. It's kind of reddish purple, and lepidolite is often used in anxiety. It contains lithium, which is used in the treatment of depression. And that for some of us, that we go through grief and may sink into a deep depression. So message for those of you who love a woman who has suffered this loss is to watch for that depression should it arrive, but also this to be a reminder that if you start to find yourself unable to get out of the grief, to be able to reach out, as Corey did, to find other women who can support and comfort you. A stone that I found in my research that I had never heard about before is called Sugarlight. Sugarlight also happens to be purple, and it is a stone that is used to bring light and love into the darkest of situations. Now, loss of a child is about the darkest of situations that I can imagine, and thinking of that love, again, with the heartstone and emotional healing that these other stones I shared with you bring about. Blue chalcedony also is a stone known to soothe the emotional body, and it is that pale, pale blue color in this specimen. And then I added clear quartz. This is my favorite clear quartz specimen. It's absolutely gorgeous. And clear quartz is felt to be a master healer to help us again become in touch with our spirituality. And angels are those spiritual beings as well, aren't they? And so as I looked at the meanings behind those stones, I knew I had something. My intuition just told me that this was going to be an amazing piece of jewelry. And let me show you, because I think that it is. It is this beautiful pink, blue, and purple bracelet filled with gorgeous color, very soft. And what then it hit me is that I had the pink and blue, which are our traditional gender colors, but with some miscarriages, in fact, many of them happening very early on in the pregnancy, you may not know what you are going to have. And so purple is that beautiful blending of the pink and the blue. And so it gives the color purple that much more meaning in this bracelet. There are two charms that I found that I have added. One is this Mom of an Angel charm, sterling silver disc, and the second are the angel wings that signify the angel baby. Now, the bracelet for compassionate healing, I gifted one to both Corey and to my cousin when they were made because I wanted to hear what they thought. Corey loves it. She wears it often, and it helps give her comfort over the loss that she suffered. And when I heard from my cousin, she told me that she almost cried, that the meaning behind the bracelet was so special, and she was ever grateful, thankful that I remembered and that I thought of her by gifting her this bracelet. And so I would encourage you, if you're watching and you know someone who has gone through this loss, to consider gifting her with one of these beautiful bracelets that will let her know that you are thinking of her, that you care, and that you are here to help when and if she needs it. You can find the bracelet on my website at aprilbjewelry.com. It is at the top of the website in what is new in the new items that are there. So let me finish with the affirmation as I traditionally do. Let me start with my breath. And so the affirmation, I am not alone. I may be hurt and filled with sorrow at this time. Yet I know that as I walk this leg of my journey, that I have the help and support of friends and family around me. I now have a special angel. I love my angel, and I know my angel loves me. For those of you that have suffered this loss, my heart goes out to you, and I truly hope that you are able to find some comfort in the message behind the bracelet. Until next time, I hope you have a love and emotionally filled, beautiful week.